welcome back to the Conscious Consultant Hour, Awakening Humanity. We're talking this hour with Jacques Bourgring, healing and soul retrieval and all kinds of great stuff. But just a quick shout out to Alex and Amy on the Facebook live stream. Thank you for joining us. Amy, I did get your email. I just got back in town. I'll be responding to you shortly. So I'm curious, Jacques, were there any like big surprises for you once you started actually being a practitioner and seeing clients? Did anything happen that like really made you personally step back and go, "Oh my God"?
Yeah, I remember. You know, every single time what is still surprising is like the imagery that comes up, you know, like during soul retrievals, the journeys that people take. Mm-hmm. There's something that I do that's called like a chakra balancing, a chakra illumination, and at a certain point you hold the head of the person, and when you hold the head of the person, it is like, this is one of those most intimate moments when people really share whatever is going on in their inside, and what's all going on in there. Like every single time, I'm just amazed what is there. But to get something like more like, you know, specific is there was one time when during that same process of the chakra illumination where you basically open a chakra up and sense with your hands like the energy that's in there. Right. And I remember very clearly the first person, and I was like, oh my God, like this is what what I've heard about, like this is what's like the energy that you have to be careful with. This is the energy that, you know, the darker energy, and how, okay, so take a breath and see what needs to happen now. And so I basically took a moment of like, of protecting myself extra, and just say, okay, so this came in the form of like a black dragon, and it was in that chakra, and I just had to get it out, and I first tried to like get it out with my hands and try to like grab the neck and then just maneuver it out, but it didn't want to go. So and I was like, okay, you just have to go. You have to go. There's no way. This person is better off if you leave. And eventually, you know, as this process continued, I saw this dragon just drip out of the person and over the edge of the table, and just see it just flow into the floor, and just, you know, see it being absorbed by Mother Earth. And it was just amazing, you know, to see that happen.
And so what happened to the person when they came out after the set?
They were like one of the, oh my God, people. You know, like it was like they had sensed it. Like not everybody always like experienced everything, but this person was like, oh my God, when you took that energy out, it was like, whoa. And as part of the process, like I sometimes drum over somebody's body as well, and the vibration that happened after that, you know, it opened up like a lot of light and a new fire in that person's basic pelvic area. And it was, you know, and that was something that she also experienced herself. You know? And so, oh yeah, it was one of those oh my God experiences where you're like, afterwards you're like raising your eyes to the sky, you say, my God, this was like phenomenal. Thank you for being this vehicle of healing, and thank you for letting me do this, you know, this process with people, and that people trust me in this process.
Do people come to you for like physical healings?
Yeah, they sometimes do too. Yeah, and I have worked like over the last couple of months, especially initially I didn't do a lot of things with physical, and I mostly went into the direction of the emotional part. But since I've been working in the beginning of this year with Sergio Magaña, he's a healer from Mexico. He taught me healing techniques where I could actually work with people in terms of like doing a psychic surgery, where you basically call out and pull out the energy out of people's bodies, and work with like specific physical problems. Like I had one person who came because of like, she was too heavy. She felt she was like, she needed to lose weight. She hadn't found any ways of doing it. And she said, okay, can you help me with that? I said, okay, let's go for it. And so we went the process together with starting with the psychic surgery. And about like 5 weeks later, she called me up and said, Jacques, I lost 15 pounds and I feel like a new person. Like I never felt myself, like when I still had that weight on me, but I feel like something has changed in me and I feel like closer to myself now. And it was amazing, And like another person, she came in with herpes, and that is not, that is like a tough one.
Yeah.
And so we went the practice with the psychic surgery and the follow-up sessions that happened after that as well. And in that process, you also check the energies that are in the energy field, what is ancestral and what's created in this lifetime.
Right.
And the third session, she came in. She said, "Jacques, it's gone.
Wow,
it's gone. It's like I'm convinced it's gone." And so I checked in her energy field, if both these energies were still there, and one of them was gone. And as soon as one of those two is gone, then you know that the problem no longer exists. So yeah, these were like these were like two examples. Like
got some love on that one. Got some hearts on that one. Welcome, Walter and Edwin. All right. Wow. So like physically, and then I take it she went to a doctor after and got a checkup, and it was that's amazing. Amazing. So do you do generational and past life healing as well?
No, I do not do that. No. It's something that I would love to know more about and figure these things out as well. But that's I feel I'm still like a grown person in that sense as well.
Right.
And there's so much to learn.
Right. Oh, welcome, Steve, to the Facebook live stream. So, Jacques, you kind of view the shamanic work almost like it's a spiritual practice for you, right?
Yeah. And I cannot imagine how you cannot.
Yeah.
It's like, like you're talking to spirit, you're talking to God, you're talking to the source, you're talking, it's like that is, for me, that is pure spiritual practice.
Yeah.
And so, there is no disconnect between the two. Like, it's like I've heard people talk about it as just like it's just a craft, that you just do the things and that's it.
Right.
But there's a source where you pull it all out of, and for me, that it is spirit, and it's also like the love that I have and that I feel in the moment that the person comes in for that person and the process that they're in, and for me, I cannot disconnect that. Like, that love for other people is like essential to go the process with them, and also for them to sense the trust that they have in me, because I think, that's the moment that I start a session, that's what people sense too.
What's been the most challenging aspect of doing this work for you?
The most challenging is every single time that you go on a journey with somebody, be it like, during an entire session, or be it like a shamanic journey, is to trust that whatever comes your way, that it's what it is. If you get an image, if you get a message, that you convey that to the person, and that in the end you're still the messenger. You cannot judge about what's coming your way. So if I see an elephant, with like a flower behind its ear, just to give a funny example, then then that's the message that I need to give the person and say, this is when I held your head, or when I cleaned your chakra, this is what I saw. And to trust that has been the growing process. And the further I have come over the years, that's the part that I feel more and more comfortable about. Like, whatever comes my way from the person, it's their message that they need to give back, that I should give back to them.
Wonderful. Welcome, my good friend Swami, I just met over in California. Thank you for the nice comments about the show. Ta and Cole, welcome to the Facebook live stream. Two wonderful, amazing couple. I love them. You're also a Reiki practitioner in addition to being a shamanic healer. How do you integrate the two together? Because you've been talking about doing chakra work and stuff, which is very typical. And when you have a Reiki practice, you very often work with the chakras.
The Reiki practice for me is how did I integrate? There is always like a physical element to anything,
right?
And and during the time that I was a dancer, that I was able to like sense that and experience that and develop that more and more and more. But now, like in Reiki, with your hands, with sensitive hands, you can feel what's going on in the body, and you can feel the obstacles, and you can feel where the flow is, and Reiki for me is not that different from shamanism. Like as I've like taken not only the courses for being a Reiki master, but also like work with other people as a client.
Right.
You find that people see things too.
Right.
Reiki practitioners, when they are tuning into your body, they experience things too, and they have messages, and they share that with you as well.
Right.
And
Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to take our, believe it or not, last break of the show. See, time flies and you're having fun. So when we come back, let's just talk a little bit about healing in general and what it takes for somebody to heal, and give our audience maybe some insights as to how they can help to heal themselves, and then we'll let people know how they can get a hold of you. Okay?
Sounds good.
Wonderful. So welcome, Lawrence. Lots of thank you for all the love on the Facebook live stream from all our fans. So you're listening to the Conscious Consultant Hour, Awakening Humanity, and we'll be right back after these messages.